Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. And for the Analogue Pocket, we're getting more arcade cores. It's an awesome device that just keeps getting better, and that's mainly because of, well, the community support that the device is getting. So this time we have the Gauntlet core. So the ATARI Gauntlet hardware has been ported over from the MiSTer core over to the Analogue Pocket, and it features 3 games. Like the core name suggests, we've got Gauntlet in there, we've got Gauntlet 2, and we've got a game called Vindicators Part 2. So this has been ported over by Obsidian.dev, who is just absolutely awesome, and he's porting over, well, quite a number of cores. I think this is like maybe his 5th project now that he's brought over. So the guy is not stopping, and it is amazing because we've got a lot of cores on MiSTer that still haven't been ported over, and it's nice to see people making the effort. So the main developer of this core was, so if I start following all the GitHub links, was a person called D18C7DB, or maybe easier kind of known as Alex. Now the other contributors listed on the GitHub are Alan SWX, Birdie Bro, MiSTer Add-ons, and if I go further back to the original kind of FPGA core or Atari Gauntlet FPGA arcade project, again Alex is there. We've got Funky Coachice on there, the Ypsilon, and the Power 86. Now some of these would have contributed different things in there. I try and attribute everyone I can. I know people implemented like 4-player mode or the ability to be able to swap your characters, so a lot of hard work goes in there. So Obsidian.dev is the person that's bringing it over to the Analogue Pocket, but initially the groundwork was done before, and it's a port that's coming over. So a lot of people are involved in bringing this over, and I will try my utmost to credit everyone I can. If I ever miss anyone out, let me know down in the comments, and I'm very happy to put it in the description or put it as a pinned comment. So guys, these games here, right, we've got Gauntlet, Gauntlet 2 and Vindicators 2. So let's start with Gauntlet. Again, like I always say, and recently a lot of the games that I've been covering, I've always mentioned that I played them on the Atari ST first, and guess what guys, no surprise, Gauntlet is something I absolutely cherished and loved as a kid. It just felt great on the Atari ST. You had it, the screen was just full of enemies, guys. You could pick out 4 characters, guys. It was just amazing as a kid, and the speech this game had, the arcade version has it. It was just amazing. I absolutely loved it. Gauntlet 1, Gauntlet 2 are games that I played. I also played, I can't remember if it was Gauntlet 1 or Gauntlet 2. I played it on the Commodore 64. Now guys, the arcade implementation is good, but I have to say, as I've grown up now, this game hasn't aged well, at least for me. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to like it out there because this was your jam in the arcade. This was my jam on the home computer. My arcade game, or my arcade life for games started a little while later, so I'm used to kind of slightly newer games. Now it's not a criticism of the game, the game's just fantastic, but it is just manic. There's a lot going on, and honestly, like, this to me is the granddaddy of arcade dungeon crawling. I don't know if there was anything out before this type of game in the arcade. If there was, then definitely let me know in the comments below, but this kind of reminds me of like newer games on consoles like Diablo. So Gauntlet 1, and then Gauntlet 2, we've got more of the same, right? A little bit better, some different power-ups in here, also like some different kind of terrain on the map, different enemy types, but it's more of the same, right? I mean, if it's not broke, why fix it? Let's just make some more of it. So Gauntlet 1 and 2, from what I understand, they're popular in the arcade. What's really good is in the menu, right? So you've got the 2-player versions and the 4-player versions. In the 2-player versions, you pick your character by moving up, down, left, right, once you put in your credit in before you start the game. In the 4-player version for Gauntlet 1, you go into the Analogue Pocket menu and you can allocate a character to the player slot. So player 1, whatever, Valkyrie, Elf, Wizard or Barbarian, whatever you want in there, you can add that in there. So that's kind of really nice to know. Hopefully it has got 4-player support in Analogue Pocket. That's usually not stuff I can try out. In fact, my middle kid confessed to me he really dislikes retro games, so I can never have no help. I'm a solo player when it comes to playing stuff at home. But guys, Gauntlet 1 and 2, awesome. Try them out. If you play them in the arcade, you're gonna get more of the same. You're gonna like it. Try it out. Right, the final game here is Vindicators Part 2. Right, so what is this? This is a fun game, guys, but honestly, like, I just can't get my heads around the control. I imagine that, and I never played it in the arcade, but when you start the game, it gives you a little intro saying, okay, this is what the controls are. If you move both sticks up together, you move up. Move them both down together, you move down. If you move one left, right, whatever, it starts rotating, and honestly my brain just couldn't comprehend it. One other good thing about this as well, the control scheme varies, right? Whether you're playing it in handheld mode or whether you're playing it in docked mode. If you're playing this on docked mode, then use a controller with dual analog sticks. And the reason for that is it's got dual analog stick controls where your right hand trigger is fire. Guys, I can see this is a good game, but honestly, I just couldn't get around the controls. Interested if you actually played it in the arcade, because I don't think I ever saw an arcade machine of this. I think they were released around 1988, if I'm not mistaken. But guys, it's out, it's amazing. We're getting brilliant stuff for the Analogue Pocket. Obsidian.dev is doing an amazing job at porting stuff over, and there's lots of original devs that have made plenty of calls out there, so it'd be nice to see what comes next from, you know, developers doing all this amazing work. But that's it for this video, guys. Just wanted to let you know that, yeah, the arcade cores in general are increasing on the Analogue Pocket, and this is just a great addition to having more classic arcade games on the Analogue Pocket. That's really it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscription, turning on those notification bells really does help out as well. Be awesome to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.